Let me just start off by saying, wow, this is pretty freaking incredible. This is a Liong Mah design manufactured by Riot. And we're just going to zoom right in to begin with, because this is the Liong Mah Model 18. And it's to commemorate 18 years in the industry for Liong Mah. It's a beautiful knife. It feels great in the hand, and it's an integral or an integral, however you want to say it. It is a solid chunk of titanium that is then milled out meticulously, lanyard tube, if you will, milled out for the pocket for the blade, milled out for the lock bar. Like it's integrals impress me to begin with, but then when they are brought to this level, I'm really kind of at a loss for words. And then you throw in some exotic materials like this Nichols Damascus Mokutai inlays, Mokutai pocket clip, and Damasteel blade. It just takes it to an entirely new level. The more I have handled this knife, the more I have really come to love it. This was loaned in from my buddy Chris over the Tie Addiction YouTube channel, Tie Addiction Instagram. I'll put links down below. And it's just stunning, quite frankly. Steel lock bar insert, over travel stop, perfectly centered. It's just a gorgeous knife. I really like the very minimalistic flipper tab, right? You can do flipper tabs a lot of different ways, right? Just a little nub on here, something that sticks out a little bit here on this north arm, sticks out a little bit here on the Kubi. The Frank Fisher Battle does kind of a nub similar to the Liong Mah design. This thing just works absolutely flawlessly. Just the right amount of jimping on the flipper tab. And it's just a very comfortable and satisfying open. It feels great in the hand. The jimping on top of the blade is great. It gives you a lot of options on ways to hold this knife. You can kind of choke back on it by putting your thumb down here on the scale. You can put it up here on the blade. You can wrap your finger around this front finger choil because the sharpened edge doesn't start till around there. So you have plenty of room to get your finger in there. I mean, this is just really a versatile shape. You could do reverse grip if you're really so inclined and ninja knife fighter. And it's super comfortable. And it works great in the pocket. It really feels good. The pocket clip works great. There's a little ball bearing deal there. So just visually, ergonomically, it's awesome. And the blade just works. It's a great blade shape. This is a really good user style knife. Now, they made this model in a limited number. They didn't make a lot of them in this exotic material, but they made some. I believe it was S90. Totally forgot to confirm that. But they made some plain Jane ones with some carbon fiber inlays. Like there was several different variations. You didn't need to go to the exotic, fancy, full dress level if you didn't want to. I believe this one, oh man, I didn't even write down the price. It was either $1,200 or $1,800. Don't remember. I know that's a big range. I'll put it down below. I'll put a link down below to a couple of things. One, to Chris's channel and Instagram, and two, to a page on the Liong Mah website where it talks about them spending 2 years designing this knife and really researching what people want. How does it feel in your hand? Is it something you're going to want to cut with? Is it something you're going to want to fidget with? So they took a lot of time and energy to design something that people would want, not only to buy, but would want to use. Because this is a user knife. That's the whole intent, is to use it. And then they threw in some exotic stuff for the collectors. I would carry this all the time. I don't have a problem carrying higher end dress knives. I think I've made that abundantly clear on the channel. I do carry all my knives. This, my newest battle, has been getting a lot of pocket time. Did some unboxings with that knife. So it's, yeah, I will use it. I don't care. I think this is so cool. And I don't love everything. I'm not going to be the guy who every time I do a new video, this is the greatest knife I've ever handled. Because that's just, quite frankly, not the case. I tried to be very objective and honest about it. But I do like the Mokutai. I prefer Damascus over the powdered Damasteel personally, because oftentimes the Damasteel usually is always very high polish. And that's not my favorite. I like things a little bit more matte finished, if you will, not as glossy, right? So these two are Damasteel. This is a Sanmai Damascus. There's just a difference. And I prefer the Sanmai Damascus. I own several Damasteel knives, so I don't mind it. All right, let's get into some of the specs. 4 7/8 closed, 8.5 overall, 3.7 inch blade. On the website, they say is 3.75. I measure from the edge of the scale to the tip of the blade, gives you 3.7. Okay. 0.02 behind the edge, 5.9 ounces, and it runs on bearings. What other notes do I have over here? That's about it. These are produced by Riot. They do a fantastic job. I've never had a Riot or a Wee knife that the fit and finish was not fantastic. So I do appreciate that. I think they do a fantastic job of building knives. So here it is next to the smaller Frank Fisher Battle that I have. My newest Frank Fisher Battle. Just so we're all clear, there's 12 different sizes of the Frank Fisher Battle. So you can't really say that I have the small, the medium, the large. Like, you can't really say that. Here it is next to a Spyderco Delica. The Sharpie. The G&G Hawk Deadlock. This was also sent in by Chris. And this one's for sale. So if you're interested in a brand new Deadlock that is in perfect shape and minty fresh, please shoot me an email. I have it. I'm going to hold it and ship it out directly to somebody who wants it. Here it is next to a custom Hellraiser. I just grabbed this one because it sits more flat on the table than the Damasteel one, because the Damasteel one has an overly large pocket clip. So, guys, I don't know. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I really, really like this knife, and I would totally carry this as a daily carry. And if it got a little scratched up or something, I don't care. This is a knife that I could see as a total daily user knife. Let me know your comments down below.